Hello and welcome to our tutorial on the simple past tense. Today we are going to break down what this tense is all about and how to use it effectively. The simple past tense is used to talk about actions or events that happened and were completed in the past. It's a fundamental part of English grammar and is used frequently in both spoken and written English. Let's look at an example. I walked to school yesterday. Here, walked is the simple past tense form of walk, showing that the action happened in the past. Now let's talk about how to form the simple past tense. There are two types of verbs, regular and irregular. Regular verbs follow a pattern while irregular verbs do not. For regular verbs, simply add ed to the end. For irregular verbs, you will need to learn their past form by heart. For example, go becomes went in the past and eat becomes ate. Next, let's talk about when to use the simple past tense. There are three main uses for this tense: completed actions, past habits, and series of actions. Use the simple past tense to talk about actions that have been completed in the past. For instance, she visited Paris last year. Tells us about a specific completed trip. Past habits are also expressed in the past tense, like he always read books before bedtime. When narrating a sequence of actions, use the simple past to indicate the order, such as they packed their bags, took a cab, and flew to Italy. To help identify when we are using the simple past tense, look out for specific signal words. These words are clues that an action happened in the past. For example, yesterday indicates a past event. If you hear someone say last week, I went to the movies, you know they are talking about something that happened in the past. Now let's look at some examples of regular and irregular verbs in the simple past tense. Regular verbs simply add ed to their base forms. For example, walk becomes walked and cook becomes cooked. Irregular verbs, on the other hand, change form entirely and you need to memorize them. For instance, go becomes went, have becomes had, and see becomes saw. Now let's try a little practice to see if you can spot the simple past verbs. Take a moment to look at the sentences and find the verbs that are in the simple past. Pause the video if you need more time. Let's do a quick quiz to test your knowledge. Fill in the blanks with the correct simple past form of the verb. Take your time and see how well you know your simple past tense. Great job. Let's wrap up what we have learned today about the simple past tense. We talked about how to form the simple past tense, when to use it, and how to spot it using signal words. Regular verbs add ed to their base form while irregular verbs change in the unpredictable way. Always keep an eye out for past time words to help you use the simple past correctly. Thank you for watching our tutorial on the simple past tense. Now it's your turn to practice. Try writing 5 sentences about what you did yesterday. Remember, practice makes perfect.